Hi sewists and aspiring sewists, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's video I'm going to be teaching you how to make a scrunchy headband. If this looks like what you're interested in, then let's get into the main video. So to begin with, we'll be needing a crepe fabric, and that's the major material we're going to be using for this. And we'll be needing this hair clip. I don't know what it's called, but we'll be needing this, and as well we'll be needing a candle wax. So to achieve this, I already folded my fabric into two, and I'm going to be measuring it on folds like this. So I'm making use of 20.5 inches for the length, which in double will be 41 inches. I hope this is clear because it is in fold. I'm making use of 20.5 inches, but when I spread it out, it's going to give me 41 inches. And for the width, I'm going to be making use of 4 inches all through. I'm going to make use of 4 inches. So once I'm done with that, I'm going to mark out the line I'm going to stitch, and I'm going to trim off to achieve what we want to achieve in this tutorial. Moving on, the next thing I'm going to do is to mark the center of my 4 inches. I'm going to be marking 2 inches. So this is going to form my center base. And now to get my accurate measurement for the scrunchies, I'm going to measure my headband. I'm going to measure about 1 inch that will fit in for the headband, because the headband I'm making use of is about half inch. But I'll be needing like 1 inch so that it will be easier for it to penetrate through the scrunchies. So I'm taking out 1 inch, and once I take out the 1 inch, I'm going to be left with 1.5 at both sides. I'm going to be left 1.5 at both sides. So now I'm taking down 2 inches from both ends. I'm taking down 2 inches. So from each side, I'm bringing out 1.5 each. I'm taking out 1.5 each. I hope this is clear. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to be taking my ruler and I'm going to be ruling it. I'm going to be marking the center point, my 1 inch center point. I'm going to be marking it. So now remember that at both sides we have 1.5 inches each. So what we have left in the center is just about 1 inch. So furthermore, I'm going to be measuring 3 inches, which is what we're going to slant to fit in to the already marked rectangle line. I'm going to be marking 3 inches at both sides, and I'm going to be merging it with what we have at the center. Just keep following me, and I hope I'm making sense at this point. So now that I'm done tracing out my lines, I'm going to be forming another line which would serve as my trace line for my cutting. I'm going to be cutting this off, so I need to trace out the line where I will be stitching, where I'll be cutting off, So now that I'm done cutting, the next thing will be to mark out the line where I'll be stitching. So I'm going to be doing that, and then we'll proceed to stitch. So guys, at this point I'm done stitching, and I went ahead to sew the edges because I'm going to be gumming that to the headband clip or whatever it's called. So I had to do that. So I'm actually going to be notching the triangle area. I'm going to be notching because I want it to get flattened by the time I'm done turning the facing. So I'm going to be notching it at both sides, and once I'm done with that, I'm going to be turning it over to the other side, and I'm going to iron. So guys, at this point we are done. I'm done stitching and I'm done ironing, and this is what we have, and this is what it's looking like. So at this point guys, I hope you still remember that the allowance we need for this hair clip is just about 1 inch, and remember that after cutting we had 4 inches as our width measurement, and after sewing we are left with 3 inches. So now after our 3 inches, we'll be taking out 1 inch, we'll be taking out 1 inch on the other side as well, and then we'll be having 1 inch at the center, which is what we are going to be stitching. We're going to be running a loose stitch straight down on both sides, just like you can see in this video. I've gone ahead to run a loose stitch just so that we can have it like this. So once I'm done, I'm going to be pulling it in form of a gathers, just so that it can fit into the headband or the head clip that we already have. So I'm going to be doing this, and you can decide not to do it, but I prefer to at least have a glimpse or have a look of what it's going to look like before fitting it into the headband. So this is what I'm going to be doing, and by the end of the day, you see what we have. So at this point, guys, I'm done putting my gathers, but you necessarily do not have to go this far before you insert your headband. But I decided to just get my accurate head clip length before I decided to insert it. So at this point, I wasn't getting what I needed, so I had to pull more. But if you don't want to do it like this, you can decide to start fixing it so that you can form your gathers while inserting into the headband. But I decided to form mine fully to fit into the headband so that it can be easier for me. So guys, at this point, I already came up with my desired length, which is about 15 inches. The length of my head clip is 14 inches, but I already got about 15 inches, so I decided to start in fixing it into my head clip or headband. Oh my god, I'm already done in fixing it, and this is what we have. I mean, see this beauty, see this glorified beauty. Alright, so guys, if at this point you're not getting this, then you are doing something that is wrong. So go back to the video to watch from the beginning. Alright, so at this point, I'm just trying to balance it well. The area where it is too full, I'm trying to make it even and the like. So I feel the reason why it is better to form your gathers first is so that you won't be having excesses, so you can have something even, just like you can see in this video. Yeah guys, so at this point I'm done, and the next thing is to add my to gum the edges of my headband. So I'm going to be using this candle wax, and yeah, I'm going to be applying it to it. So once I'm done with that, the next thing to do now will be to tie the ropes that are dazzling around. I'm going to be tying them because I'm going to be cutting them off. So just carefully do that and cut them off because you won't be needing them anymore. So guys, at this point we're already done, and see this beauty now. If you love this video, please kindly give a thumbs up and see you in my next video.